Alright guys, welcome back. So today we're working on the V and it finally happened. 127,000 miles. Thankfully not on a 3,000 mile road trip that I just did. The rad is blown. The other night I drove it for the first time since the 3,000 mile road trip. Low coolant light came on, so I'm letting it run, taking a look. And just like all the other first gen CTS-Vs, it's leaking out of the end tank because these things have plastic end tanks, and that makes so much sense, you know. So tonight I'm going to do a quick rad swap on the V. Should be pretty straightforward, pretty easy. I have had the rad out of this before when I did the AC compressor, so I am kind of familiar with the process. So it's going to be the top mounts there and there, and then AC condenser, which is right there, and then two down below. AC hose down below, this guy right here, and then I'll have to pull the intake tube out because then the whole thing will then slide out. I'll unplug the fans from here, and I think there's another plug elsewhere, but everything will then slide out, and we'll swap the fans over, get the new rad in. The new radiator that I have is a CSF part, so we sell CSF performance at work. So I figured I'd get one of their OE rads because they like to stand behind the quality of their product. And this is the guy that we're putting in. It is an OEM replacement radiator from CSF, and it is actually for a base model. So a lot of the V guys, when the rads blow, they just grab some base model rads because this is the exact same thing, except the base model radiators have the little bungs down the air for the automatic transmission cooler, which I will just basically leave unhooked, and yeah, we should be back in business by the end of tonight. So I'm gonna get started with 10 mil, start taking these top mounts off and getting the intake out, and basically get everything above disconnected, and then I'll go underneath and get that stuff disconnected and drain the coolant. So I got the rad mounts off. Now I'm just gonna pop this guy off. Put the AC condenser on each side. It's crunchy. Pull the MAF off. All right, so rad is out. Drug the old thing out, got everything disconnected. AC condensers just chilling here, and I found something kind of interesting, kind of weird. Look at the outside of the rad. It's literally like bowed out, like the thing was pressurized or something. I don't know, that's really weird looking. Let me undo the new one here. Jeez. So yeah, I mean, that's a clean rectangle right there. And then the 127,000 mile rad, that's all like bowed out and deformed and leaking, and all that is right there. So I actually got to take a picture of that. And yeah, so now I'm going to get the rad fans swapped over. It's a couple of 10 mils, and get the shroud swapped and get it on there. And I think that's it. Oh, and I'll have to swap these bushings as well. They go, so they come off of here, and then just put them right back where they belong, down in the subframe. So it's kind of weird, like on the Mitsubishi, the rad mounts are on the rad support, whereas on the Cadillac, the rad actually sits in the subframe. So that's something different. Here's something that's kind of crazy. I was just undoing the shroud here, and it literally cracked the rad just from trying to undo this bolt and twisting on it. It cracked the top of the rad. I really don't know what Cadillac was thinking when they did plastic end tanks on these things. And I mean, I know there is the all Radco option for a full aluminum rad, but you know, it's $500 that really can't be spending right now on this thing. So you know, getting a replacement has to be the route. But I feel confident in CSF as a company that this replacement radiator will hold up for quite some time. All right, so the rad is dropped in place. I am tightening up the AC condenser again up here. Just these couple bolts, top and bottom, real simple. Next, I'm gonna get the mounts back on. Again, real simple. Slide those bad boys on there, pull them in, put them in place, just like so. That guy there, put it in, pull it in place and tighten it down. All right, so the lower connection is done. The car is all reassembled except for just this little top plastic tray, but I didn't have any worm gear clamps to replace these, so eventually I'll replace those, but I put one here instead of that spring clamp. And yeah, now I'm gonna get the car down off the jack and fill it up with water, get this system bled. All right, so the V is all buttoned up now. I've had it running, I bled the system. Temps are good. Everything is looking good. I'm gonna go take it for a test drive, and that is it. All right, guys, so temps are good. Everything feels good. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this video will help any of you V1 guys out there trying to do your rad. It's pretty quick. Some of you guys might have some plastic underneath the car and stuff like that, though, that you